Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. It's Luke here. I hope you're all doing well. Can you hit the like button and hit the subscribe button if you're new around here? I usually always do that at the end, and as I say, I've started doing it at the beginning just to get it out of the way quickly. Only plan to do one video tonight, which will be out later. That would be the Arsenal League Cup preview. And then some news as I was coming home on the train was starting to break about Divine Mubama. A young, hot prospect, arguably one of the best ones that's been touted for a long time. Had a fantastic season last year, took his opportunities whenever he was in the first team, had a really good pre-season, had a great campaign with the youth team last year. He's turned down the initial contract offer, and I can assume it's initial contract offer. And all that I can say to that is, can you blame the man? Can you blame him? Can you see any path at the moment for him to get to the first team under David Moyes? David Moyes has a persistent refusal to even bring him off the bench. I'm not saying start him, and I'm totally for the fact that we can't rely on a young kid to take us through all the way. And someone made a really good point the other day about if he was to play and have 4 bad games, you potentially could not see him again, because that's the sort of vindictiveness that David Moyes has. But how he's not played any of the Europa games, and I'm talking longer than 10 minutes or 4 minutes off the bench, come on in games when it's clear that Danny Ings hasn't got a future at West Ham and is not the answer, and you want someone who's going to run the channels with a bit of pace and a bit of power. For me, I would be bringing Mubama on. I'm not a football expert. I'm not a Premier League football manager, but I can't blame him. I cannot blame him. Let's hope, like I say, it's just an initial turning down of the deal, and that we can come to some sort of agreement with him, because I think life beyond Moyes, hopefully at the end of the season, or it could be sooner if we carry on losing, I think someone would look at Divine and go, there's something there, there's a player there that we can use and really get something out of him. My personal opinion is I think he should have gone out on loan. If Moyes was so set that this young boy weren't going to get decent amount of minutes, and I'm talking 15 minutes in games, 20 minutes in games, then why not give him a loan spell? Championship, League One, let him play, some real competitive football. He's not learning anything in them under 23 matches or whatever he's in. He's done the learning there. He's to quote Jay from the In-Betweeners, he's completed it, mate. He done everything he had to do last year. Now was his chance to step up. We've seen it too many times under Moyes, losing young players. I'm not saying any of them would have potentially gone on and, made it totally in a West Ham team. You're thinking like Connor Coventry, Josh Cullen, who's doing really well for Burnley, in fact. But there's some other young boys around there, Callum Marshalls, Sonny Perkins obviously left West Ham as well. Again, I'm not saying they went on and had good careers or whatever, but one day, one will be there, if Moyes carries on staying, one will be there that gets away that we're going to regret. And Divine could be that guy. He really looks like he has everything. For such a young guy, he's physically appears ready. We're not looking at a skinny 18-year-old kid. He's big lump already. I'll be gutted if he goes. I really will, because again, it's just, there's nothing more satisfying as a fan. I think you go and buy some brilliant players. Your Paquetas, your Payets, your Di Canios over the years. But I think when one comes through, and especially that Divine is a West Ham fan as well, they get it. Nothing beats that. Joe Cole when he came through. I know you weren't a West Ham fan, but when Joey came through, and Mark Noble and all them lot, even Declan, to a point, he got the fans up to the end, really. I'll be gutted. And listen, these young players. I honestly do believe that if Declan Rice was a young youth player, the raw youth player that would come through under Bilic, and found his way out the team for a little while, I do believe that David Moyes would have let him go and wouldn't have, been able to progress him as well as, managers have done since. But yeah, that is the news, guys. I'll be back later with the Arsenal preview. Let me know what you guys think about it. Divine Mubama has rejected a contract, and apparently there's no option of another year. Come on, you irons. Keep believing. Let's go.